All right, so in this final unit of Math 8, we are going to be talking about irrational numbers. And in order to talk about irrational numbers, we have to talk about all the other types of numbers first, at least in the beginning, so that you can understand the difference between these things. So all the numbers that you can think of, they're all real numbers. And there are numbers that aren't real, but you're actually not going to get to those, as you might suspect, till much later math class. So every number you can think of in your head right now is a real number. And those numbers fall into two categories. They fall into rational and irrational. Now, the rational numbers actually break down into more specific sets of numbers, mainly and we're not going to go into these, but mainly the integers, the whole numbers, and the natural numbers. Okay, so what's the difference between rational and irrational? The main difference is your rational numbers are any number that is a terminating, which means stopping, or repeating decimal. Whereas irrational numbers are numbers whose decimals don't terminate or repeat. Okay, and so those definitions, you could actually rewrite those definitions right there, but they're exactly the same. Okay, they're the exactly same definition. So your rational numbers are numbers that are terminating or repeating, and your irrational numbers are the ones that don't terminate or repeat. So what do I mean by that? Let's look at some examples. 10 thirds. If you put 10 thirds into your calculator, you're going to get 3.333 repeating. That is a repeating decimal, so this is rational. Okay? If you put the square root of 18 in your calculator, you get 4.2426. You get 4.264 dot dot dot. It doesn't end, it doesn't repeat, and so therefore that would be an irrational number. .8, well, there you go. That's this symbol right here, by the way, this bar over the top, that means repeating. So as soon as you see repeating, that's rational. Repeating decimals are rational. Cube root of 27. Okay, so one thing that we'll have to talk about when we're in class is I'll have to show you how to put this into your calculator. But the cube root of 27 turns out is going to be 3. And actually, I shouldn't even, those squiggly equal sign means approximate. This is not approximate. This is actually 3. And so 3 would be a number that is terminating. And so this would be rational. Pi. Pi is the most famous irrational number, 3.14159 dot dot dot. Doesn't end, doesn't repeat, irrational. Irrational. 3 times the square root of 5. Well, that one you would put into your calculator, and you would get 6.70820 dot dot dot. Doesn't end, doesn't repeat, irrational. Okay, a couple more here. Square root of 16. If you put square root of 16 in your calculator, that's 4. That's a normal number, rational. 5/9. If you put 5/9 in your calculator, you get 0.5 repeating. That is a repeating decimal. Repeating decimals are rational. 2.18. Well, that's a terminating decimal. It ends right there. 2.18 and done. There's no dot 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 after it. So that's a terminating decimal. Terminating decimal, rational. 161 over 258. If I look at 161 over 258, I do get this crazy decimal, but we have to be careful about this one. 624 dot dot dot. So I look at this and I go, wait a minute, this doesn't end and this doesn't repeat. Careful, careful. Any number that can be written as a fraction like this is automatically rational. So although this is a crazy decimal, this is actually rational because all fractions are rational. It's important to know that. All fractions are rational. So I'm just going to write that here. All fractions are rational. I can't write today. All fractions are rational. It's important to know that. Cubed root of 100. Again, I would have to show you how to put this into your calculator, but the cubed root of 100 is going to be 4.64158 dot dot dot. That's one that doesn't end, doesn't repeat, irrational. And lastly, we have the number 8. Well, that is definitely a normal number. It's a terminating decimal. It is rational. So now you should be able to tell the difference between rational and irrational numbers. And as long as you have a calculator, you can identify them as well.